And if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on how you think this series will unfold and who you believe will be our champion this week. Predictions open. So best of luck in the chat. Get your gambler going with those predictions. They're only open for a couple of minutes, so place your bets while you can as we're getting into the grand finals and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Slide Delta. We have our South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Talon Esports. It is Dark. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the French Terran player, the blue Terran, going for a proxy. Oh my god, spicing things up, Papi. From land of France, representing Team Liquid, it is Clem. Clem, he wants to go to bed. As is being stated in the chat, it is 5 a.m. in the morning in the land of Clem, in the land of France. It is 5 a.m. Proper DGen sleep schedule, but he is here with a proxy, going to be proxy Turax Marine from Clem. And we'll see if Dark can scout this. Ooh, the Overlord scouting pattern is poised to check the third, but based on the vision, based on the scouting pattern, it looks like the proxy is barely out of vision. Now, this Overlord should double back. You can see the pattern here. It goes towards the left, towards the right, back towards the natural. So even though we won't confirm the proxy itself, we will confirm the SCVs and the proxy moving in, as well as... Oh, it's going to be close. We spot the SCV! Big scout. Oh, does he notice? Oh, does he see? He does. He does now notice. He does catch the tail end of this with the SCVs. He confirms the Raxes. Dark is aware, and Dark is already pulling the boys. Very clutch scout here from Dark. Marines are now out. Boys pulling back. A bit of a late reaction here from Dark to pull the workers, so he's going to have to pull back. Has to maintain control and make sure the bunkers don't get up and running. Yeah, worker versus worker. Bunkers are on the way. 3 bunkers in total. The first drone does go down. No spine crawler. More boys being pulled. The lack of spine crawler is concerning, though. I hope we noticed that it didn't get started. Yeah, drones being pulled back. 5 workers going down. This is becoming too much damage. 6 drones. This is becoming game ending. 7 drone kills. 8 drones. Soon to be 9. This is too much. This is game ending. 9 worker kills. Soon to be 10. Meanwhile, the bunkers may not have finished, but Dark, his economy is crippled. Like, we did the damage. That's what we wanted. 9 worker kills, and we could even get more. As Marines are amassing back at home, Clem is transitioning into a CC before the factory. Here go Lings. They do dive on top of this. The position is too good. We're trying to set up the surround, but the stutter stepping Clem will get away. Does use the terrain to his advantage, shaving off so many of these Lings. Will be cleaned up eventually. Not even here. We punish those Lings so hard, and Dark, he's down to, I mean, he's re-droning, getting up to 17, but he's down in workers. Lings are shut down. And Clem, yeah, happily going for that faster command center. We're getting into a longer game. Clem, this was not all in by any means. He did do enough damage. Now we can settle into a longer game. Dark has some catching up to do. He's got quite a lot of droning here to conduct back at home. Quite a lot of droning. Meanwhile, Lings, they do slip into the main. We delay the factory. Nice pickup. Factory is delayed, and can we get another SCV? Oh, we delay the CC for a second. Oh, he's going for it. Oh my god, he's so close. One of us. One more. He gets it. 2 SCV kills. CC does complete. It's going to be a 1-1-1 follow-up, which Dark does confirm. That is a reactor on the way, not a tech lab, so we're not going for an add-on swap. But very nice scouting here at the Dark as the Marines race back home. Meanwhile, Dark is droning up as best as possible. Furiously droning back at home. Furiously droning. Getting ready to expand, take a 3rd base. Clem has the worker lead. Clem has double orbital with double mules. I would give the edge to Clem. I would say in the aftermath of this proxy, Clem has done enough damage. He's done enough and now finds himself with a solid lead. Marines are out. Ooh, Armory's on the way. I love this. I really like this decision. We see this very similar decision making from Hero very often. When he sees that he dealt enough damage, he's going for the kill. Like, Clem could macro, but he's not. I mean, he is, but he's setting up for a Hellbat push. Very early Hellbat push, recognizing that Dark right now is droning up as best as possible. He's just hitting that, just hammering that drone key as much as he can because we lost so many workers earlier. We're not ready for this. We do have 5 queens, which is good. A handful of lings. It's going to be a tough hold. It's going to be a tight hold here. Are we premature, though? What I mean by that is we only have 2 Hellions. There we go. 4 Hellions in total. Very early push here from Clem. These are vanilla Marines. Ooh. Has to be careful to bleed off, not to bleed off too much. Hellbats are morphing in. Marines do have to top up. And we're going for the 3rd. Can we deny the 3rd base? The army started stepping forward, getting within range. Queens have arrived. We have 6 queens. That's a kill. That's a kill. That's a kill, not a cancel. That's all we needed. That's all we wanted. Oof, 300 minerals down the drain. And now Clem can back off. That's all we were looking for here. Either we kill all the queens or we kill the base. We got the base. That's good enough. And we're not done. We drop into the main. Drones are going down left and right. 3, 4 drone kills. 6 oh my god, 6 workers go down. 7 workers. 7 drone kills in the main, and Dark, he's struggling. He's struggling to recover, struggling to macro up. And what does this mean? This means that the stim timing, the 2-base timing here from Clem, the second wave, is going to hit that much harder. It's going to hit like a truck. Again, Clem is in control this entire game from start to finish here. Unless something goes Dark's way. We have a drop threading the main, we have a Liberator for the natural, we have Hellions at the 3rd. We have Queens in position, thankfully. Queens are ready. Hellions are forced back. 3rd TC's on the way for Clem. Faster than that of the 3rd of Dark. I just saw the chat. Clem claims that his sleep schedule is better and complains that people calling him a DJ. And then I believe Homester Cup players were late because Clem was late for his 2 p.m. opening match. True, true. Clem needed his beauty sleep, Pappy. Clem should just embrace it. I don't know. Like I missed that interview with Clem. I'm curious if it actually bothers him that people call him a DJ. I was like, just embrace it, Pappy. Just embrace who you are, Clem. DJ. It's fine. We love it. As the double drop does come in, clearing up some creep. Being zoned away by the queens, at the same time drop towards the natural. And I mean again, Clem is getting just so much done already, getting another drone. And we're still building up towards the push. Like, this is some nice harassment out of Clem, and he's doing a lot with it. But behind this, we're building up towards 1-1. Stim is done, combat shield is on the way. Meanwhile, from the flip side of things, from the side of Dark, what do we have to work with? Now, we're joining up to 3-base saturation. We're getting there, getting up to 3 bases. Working with Ling, Bane, Queen. No roaches. Just pure Ling, Bane, Queen for the time being, getting into our 1-1 upgrades. Now, there's going to be a big window where 1-1 is done for Clem, and we have 0-0 for Dark. That's the window that we want to hit. That's to push the timing that Clem wants to go for. Here come the Hellbats. Here comes the Bio. You have to bring it all together. And this is the push that we were talking about that hits like a truck. It's here. Yeah, the Little Mine Zoo Burrow. The Queens are getting caught out as well. Very little support. Mine shots going off. We do on Burrow. Bailings are waddling in, but the mines! Ooh, we force friendly fire! That was a lot of friendly fire. That was the ideal, but despite that, we still have too much to work with. The Bio Army sims on forward. We shut down all the Queens. GG gets called. It's still just too much to handle, and Clem takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. A very strong start for Clem. It all started with the proxy 2 racks Marine, and alas, Dark, he bled out too many drones to the defense. Remember, it was 9 drone kills plus lost mining time, plus, was it like 17 lings? It was just an insane amount of damage early on. Clem traded so well, he traded too well. And Dark was behind from the get-go, essentially, from the beginning of that proxy, or from the conclusion of that proxy. Clem had dealt an insane amount of damage, and with that, Clem takes the lead. Now, what I will say is that, again, a lot of this game, and the reason why Clem looks so good in this game is because of the opener, is because of the proxy. Dark just wasn't able to get into his game. He wasn't able to stabilize. I'm sure getting into game 2 and the rest of the series, Dark will have a much more comfortable time. I'm sure. Just a very rough start. Very difficult start there for Dark. Here we go. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Amphion, we have the French Terran player, the Red Terran representing Team Liquid, leading the series 1-0. It is Clem. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg representing Talent Esports down in the series. Can he bounce back? Can he fight back and force the series out of this? It is Dark. Here we go. I saw someone maybe a little bit confused about the events, being like, hold up, it's ESL Americas. Why is there a Korean and a European playing? I'm like, well, these weeklies, they're not region locked, they just have preferred time slots for their regions. For example, this is why we were joking about Clem being a degen. Clem is playing at 5 a.m. in the morning. It's very early for Clem. It is not ideal. There's a reason why most Europeans do not compete in ESL Americas. Raynor never competes in it. Cyril never competes in it. Lambo as well. Basically, people that sleep at regular times never compete in ESL Americas, but that's where the degens come in. That's where Max Pax comes in. Clem, Skillus, Geralt, Wayne. If you want to know who the degens are in Europe, just have a look at the ESL Americas weeklies. Then you know. Then you know, Patty. Then you know. But that's what's also amazing about this event, is that we're able to kind of bring everyone together, right? It's like ESL Korea or ESL Asia, the Europeans, they don't touch it. They don't touch it. It's just at a really bad time slots, and it's not ideal for them. It's too early in the morning for the Europeans. So instead, it's just purely a Korean-based tournament. Same with Europe. Europe is too late for the Koreans, so the Koreans, they don't touch the European weeklies. But here in the Americas, we all come together. All the regions, Americas, Europe, Korea. You could argue that it would be better for the region and better for the scene if it was region locked. I would agree. I would definitely agree with that, but at this point it's too late. It's too late to make a change I mean, we're what, over 200 weeks in, and to now region lock the events, it doesn't make much sense. But I do agree with the sentiment that that the Americas region would be better off if this was region locked. So it is a bit of a shame. The Americas region has shrunk as a result, 100%. We still have some top players like Scarlet and Estrella and Trigger, that is true, but the Americas and Latin American region has shrinked over the past couple of years. We would know that better than any, as you know, we once used to cover region-locked events on a much more regular basis here on the CranKy Ducklings. I'm referring back to 2020, 2019, 2021, 2022. Latin American and American locked events were a lot more commonplace, but a lot of the players have since stopped competing, and those events are no longer as viable anymore, which is a little bit sad. But regardless, we're settling in. For now, we do see Clem. He did delay the expansion by quite a bit with our initial Reaper aggression, so nicely done here, and we're following this up with a 2-1-1, a 3cc 2-1-1. Okay, Clem, he's cooking. So what does this mean? Well, one, it's a very economic variation of 2-1-1, but it is a stim timing. We're building up towards stim, we're building up towards a starport with a reactor swap into a 16 Marine medevac timing. But because it's 3cc, it's going to be a little bit delayed. It's going to be later than usual, later than normal. Lings, they do get across the map. We do get on top of the mirror. Oh, the Marines do go down. No Hellions whatsoever. SCVs are under fire. Very nice counterattack here by Dark. Gets one SCV, but not much more than that. Meanwhile, across the map, Hellions are being shut down as well. Yeah, with the help of the Queens, we do survive this. But again, we're working towards that medevac drop. Here we go. Starport is on the way. Marines are amassing. Hellions are getting into the mineral lines. And we'll catch another drone. Another 2 drones. We might not have WSS game heart. Oh. 2 more workers go down. But yeah, the downside here is that Dark is free to drone up and be quite greedy until this medevac timing hits. It's still a ways away. And yeah, we don't have WCS game heart, so we have to count. We do have to count. Aliens, they take down the tumor. Still just droning, saturating our bases. Now we have to be careful not to over drone. I feel like saturating up to just under 3 waste economy is okay, but we do need to prioritize Ling soon, as the push is soon coming. We're getting there. Here come those 2 medevacs. Marines are amassing. Stim is now done, and we even have some Hellions to support as well, if we so choose to. 3rd base now being taken, getting into our 5 rack setup. We're getting there with our 3rd racks on the way. Double E base as well. Here comes the drop play. Now you can see that because Marines died earlier, there's actually less Marines available. Ooh, this is a sub 16 Marine medevac drop. Ay, ay, ay. Again, that Ling run by from earlier from Dark did actually more than I thought. We will catch Overlords at least. We'll catch some Overlords. 2 Overlords are going to be going down. Jumping over the wall. Queens are in position. But Dark is supply blocked. Won't lose much more. We'll defend. Let's get supply blocked in the end. Now we're getting to our Bailey Nest, double Eva chambers, double upgrades. Drop is being forced back. So far, Dark holding his own, getting into 1-1 upgrades. Meanwhile, Clem soon to be reinforcing. Now, again, because we lost so many Marines earlier, it did kind of take a little of the bite out of this initial drop play, but now we're reinforcing. We're reinforcing with more Marines, we're reinforcing with a tank. Clem is still looking for some more damage here as Dark is building up towards Hydras. Okay, so Lingbane Hydra on the horizon for Dark. The tank has arrived, but it's only 1 tank. I do feel like Dark can deal with this depending on the positioning. Yeah, really annoying position there for the tank behind those rocks. Does threaten the 4th. Queens under fire. Clutch Transfuse does keep them alive. Yeah, we'll force this back. Yeah, at the same time, Dark trying to catch reinforcements, going for a surround. Attempting to set up a surround. There are slow Bailings here to defend. And here we go. We're collapsing in this position. Links from behind. Links from the front. The tank will be cleaned up. We do get a volley on the Bailings. But a nice defense here from Dark. Again, he shuts down the push, gets his 4th base, does preserve it, and now can drone. Now he can drone up. For now, just on 3-base saturation. Here comes the 2nd wave, the 2nd push to reinforce. The Bio Army did survive, and now we have another tank once again. Ooh, creep is being cleaned up. And Clem, he's got quite a bit of momentum on his side now. Dark still trying to build up some Lingbane. Did we invest into the Hydras a little bit too soon? Again, he's up against the wall. So far, Baneling's not connecting. The hatchery under fire. Dark going for a big link counterattack. We have defenses back at home. Yeah, we have an army. Oh, that's a kill, not a cancel. 400 minerals down the drain. Very nice pick up there from Dark. Let's be very careful. Does connect with some of these Banelings. We get some connections. Up. As we do come in from behind, we get on top of the medevacs. Medevacs go down, tank as well. Nice defense here out of Dark. Whew. Does hold. But the push just doesn't stop. And we have no Bailings. We have no Bailings left over. Clem is snowballing out of control. It's just becoming too much. Yeah, this position, this angle of attack is just so brutal. And Dark, he can't engage. Not anymore. It's impressive. Like, it's only been 1 tank at a time, but the anchor point here, the terrain is just so brutal here working against Dark. Bailing's trying to engage, but Marines have arrived, and Clem, he's going to break through this. Yeah, the tank shots are insane. The Marines, they sim on 4. They get on top of the Queens. They get on top of the Hydras. And Clem is achieving too much. And Dark just doesn't really have the economy, the production to really sustain these losses. Yeah, brutal trades. Clem is breaking through. Third base untouched. We get on top of the Queens. GG gets called, and Clem will take game number 2. GG. A very clean game there at a Clem. I mean, early on, I was a little bit concerned with the double jump timing that didn't really achieve too much. We got overlords, but not much more than that. But we were able to clear up creep in the center of the map and threaten the 4th. And make sure, more importantly, that we never spread creep again in the center of the map. That's the most important thing, is that Dark never had control of that location outside of his 4th base. He was never able to saturate it. He was stuck on 60 workers, so Dark's drone count was less than ideal, and he just could not keep up with the production of his opponent. Just became too much. GG, well played. Clem trading so well with that army. And of course, back at home, he was untouched. And now Clem is 1 game away from making it and from becoming our champion this week. And a shout out to Patty Mac. Papi Ga, thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying your time at home. Returning from your travels in China. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great time at DreamHack. Papi Ga. Let's give a Patty Mac. How does this work? Yeah. GG, well played. GG, well played. Clem 1 game away from taking the entire series. Now we're getting into potentially the final game of our grand finals. And a shout out to Patty Mac again. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Hope you're enjoying your time back home. And welcome everyone. Welcome to the grand finals of ESL Open Cup Americas. It should have been Here we go. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Alcyone, we have our French Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Liquid, 1 game away from becoming our champion and taking the entire series. Onomas is all he needs. It is Clem. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Talon Esports. It is Dark. Go. Oh, 2x Reaper, let's go. As Clem has been quite fond of mixing in 2x Reaper here time and time again, it is going to be that second Rax on the low ground for Clem. The goal here is to contain the Zerg player on 2 bases and to just take an economic lead. To get momentum early on, to get ahead economically, and to settle into a biostim timing in the mid game. Oh boy. We'll see if Dark can survive this. We'll see if he can stabilize and maintain himself and respond once he realizes what's going on. Here we go. Responding in the chat. As Dark is going to be scouting, does confirm the 2x Reaper. Reapers are moving out across the map. Now, the way this works is ideally we just make 3 Reapers. Ideally, just 3 Reapers to contain, to deny the 3rd. And to try to get a handle on the economy of Dark. Oof. So far, we are going to be hiding back. Keeping Dark pinned. Picking up some links. So far, so good. 3rd base is on the way. Bold move here out of Dark. And the goal for Clem is to force a cancel. It's to force a cancel on this hatchery. Additional Reapers on the way. Queen is rotating over. A bold move out of Dark. Does pull back. Massing up a second Queen. Creep is spreading. And again, all we need is a cancel on this base. We do have a 4th and 5th Reaper on the way to ensure we can cancel. Hatchery is getting low. Oh, Hatchery is getting very low, and can we force it? It's close. Yeah, we can. We can. One more volley, and there's a cancel on the Hatchery. We get a kill on the drone as well. Very nicely done. And can we catch the queen? This is becoming too much. The queens are exposed. No, they're off of creep. One queen goes down. Can we get the second queen as well? This is becoming too much. The Reaper is saved. We pull back it just in time. And we can snipe the queen. Oh my god, we barely got on creep in time. Link speed does kick in. And we can shut down some of these Reapers. But so far, this was worth it. It's been well worth it for Clem. Even if every Reaper goes down, has been worth it. He canceled the 3rd. He got a queen. He got 10 lings and does manage to get away. And now Dark is going for the Roach Warren. Oof, okay. A really rough position to be in here for Dark, but he's going to be falling back onto Roach play. Falling back onto Roaches. Oh, they get here once again. Okay, not in time. This time they're not in time. 2 Reapers are not enough to cancel the 3rd. We dip into the main. Reapers will pull back. Roaches are amassing. Now the question becomes, how committed is Dark going to be here? Do we just rally? Yeah, we're committed. I was like, how many roaches? 6 roaches. 8 roaches. 8 roaches are on the way. We can morph in Ravagers. Going to be moving out across the map. Back at home, we do have a bunker, and the Reapers, they get eyes on the Roach Warren. Clem, he sees everything in the natural. He's fully aware of what's going on. Is aware of the roaches. Ay, ay, ay. And here we go. Dark is pushing. We're pretty committed. We're basically all in. Dark, he's on 28 workers, barely an economy. It's all or nothing for Dark. One way or another, either Dark kills Clem or he dies trying. Second bunker's on the way. Ooh, no Marauders. But we do have Cyclones. Cyclone production, Banshees as well. It's going to be our 2-1-1 setup on 3CC. Ravagers are arriving. And does Clem have enough time to get into this Banshees? First Banshee's halfway done. Add-ons are under fire. A really awkward setup here for Clem. The bunker's behind the production. We could even deny combat shields. And we're amassing lings. We're just amassing up lings. When the wall goes down, Dark is going to bust in. He's going to bust through. But does he have enough? Rax does lift. Banshee has arrived. Oh, the Banshee can go for the Ravagers. Yeah, Ravagers are going to be targeted down. Do deny the reactor. Stim is done. The vials! Ooh, massive vials. They do connect. Marines go down. Boys are being pulled. The vials, they take down more SCVs, but the bunker barely lives a little bit longer. Is it going to be enough? 8 SCVs go down. We're breaking through. We break through the defensive line of Marines and Cyclones, and Dark, he has done it. He busts into the main base, into the natural. Denies Cloak. Oh, no, never mind. Cloak does finish, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Not anymore. And we have a series. We will force a game 4. The vials. Once again, we deny the ramp. We deny the... Oh, my God. We deny the SCVs. 42 workers go down. The vials. They take down one Banshee and almost another. GG gets called. Dark takes game number 3. GG. GG, well played. Again, just a really awkward position there for Clem. For those that are curious, against these Roach counterattacks, Björn would usually throw down the bunkers on the other side of the wall, on the Zerg side of the wall, basically. He would set up 3 bunkers, get into Marauder production as quickly as possible, to be able to protect his production, protect his add-ons, protect his upgrades, and have a stronger stance there, pre-pulling the boys as well. Alas, because of the bunker positioning from Clem, he just had a really awkward time defending and protecting his add-ons. I mean, he just straight up couldn't protect the add-ons. They were being focused down. Likewise, did go 3CC as a follow-up, which is a very greedy follow-up from Clem. Was punished for it in the end. Was punished. Now we're getting into our next game, into game 4. Here we go. Catching up. Not that we really have a shortage of US or Canadian players. That is not true. A lot of the American, Canadian, and Latin American players did retire over that. I mean, we already spoke about it. We already spoke about all the retired players. It's sad. It's sad. You know, I miss my Universe. I miss my Shakti. I miss my, oh my god, Mimeron. My Mimeron. You have Gerald, aka Chaos Fate, Davito, Neo. Oh, so many. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. But it's all good. It's all good. We are going to be settling in. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the French Terran player, the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. Still leading the series, 2-1. One game away from becoming our champion. We'll see if he can go all the way. It is Clem. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg representing Talon Esports, fighting back and putting a point on the board. It is Dark. Let us go. Whew. We do have an extended series. I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Let us go. But yeah, I miss all my NA and Canadian players as well. I miss my Ruichi, papi. Ruichi. Smerch. Scrubbles. You have basically all the players that competed in NA Apprentice. All the NA Apprentice players. But yeah, it's all good. There's a give and take to it. There's a give and take, right? If ESL Americas was region locked, then we wouldn't have an event like this. It'd be, I guess, contained to Kung Fu Cup, where we can bring together the Europeans and Koreans on a weekly basis to face off. As we are setting up our Rax Expand, this time no 2 racks built here out of Clem. None to be seen. Likewise, Dark going to be going for a Hatch Gas Pool standard opener out of our Blue Zerg player. Likewise, standard opener out of our Red Terran. We're calming things down. Calming things down. We do have, yeah, just a game settling in. We're going to be able to delay. Oh, no! We delay the third base. We're going to kill on the drone. Not like this. Not like this, man. So you're going to kill on the drone. Reaper, likewise, threatening a dive towards the natural. Takes a couple of hits, but the damage has been done. All we did want, the ideal was to delay the third base, and we've already done so. Third base has been delayed. Hatchery finally thrown down. And back at home, we can see Clem settling into a 3cc build. We're settling in, Pat. Settling in. It is going to be a 3cc 1-1-1 out of Clem. Meanwhile, Dark settling into his own 3 bases as well. His third base was delayed, which is a rough moment early on. From here, Dark just has a drone, stabilize, maintain his position, minimize his losses. We can get back into this. I want to believe. Have some wing harass across the map, catching 2 workers. 2 SCVs go down. We managed to get 2 SCVs. Likewise, third base to be taken. And interesting, so this time we're not going Banshee. We're not going 3cc Banshee, we're going 3cc into Hellion Liberator. So Liberators are a little bit less ideal against Roach play. I would say this is risky to play against Dark, just because he likes to embrace Roaches. We saw that in the last game, but this time there is no Roach Warren, so we're going to be safe and sound. The goal here is for the Liberator to harass these mineral lines. At the same time, Hellion's trying to keep the Queens distracted. It's a bit of a give and take here between the Hellion Lib. As we do have a Link scout, we do slip in. Let's go. Link slips into the main, gets a full scout of the third CC of the production setup as well. Stim on the way. No other add-ons, or no other tech add-ons on the starport, confirming that there are no Banshees. Liberator is revealed. Dark is getting ready, rotating his queens. Sports finishing up. Hellions, they go for a dive. Are they going for the third? Oof. They didn't quite commit. Oh, they think about it. They thought about it for a moment. Dark able to shut down 2 of these Hellions. Oh, even getting a third. Clem being a little bit inattentive. Does bleed out 3 Hellions. Liberator denied access to the main. Back at home, now establishing our third. Getting into our... Clem, I know it's 5 a.m., but yeah, some missteps here and there out of Clem. Does have to shuffle his bases around. It is quite late in France. It's quite late. Ooh, and we're punishing this. We shut down the Hellions. We go for the mineral line. SCVs are going down. We could even dive on top of these Marines. We don't quite commit. But Clem, we gotta tighten things up. Calm down, Poppy. Calm down. And we spoke about Roaches earlier. There it is. Roach Warren is on the way. We're getting to 1-1 upgrades, range plus carapace. Infestation already on the way. This should be for Hive Tech. We can go for some safety infestors early on, but nowadays most often players just rush into Hive and work towards those Hive upgrades. Whether it's lurkers, whether it's ultras. But Dark is looking much more comfortable. I mean, he's able to drone up finally up to 73. This is a worker count that we didn't even get to touch on Amphion. If you remember, if you recall, Dark, he was stuck on 60 drones the entire time because of the aggression of his opponents. But here, we're getting up to 4-base saturation. Solid economy here for Dark. Hive already on the way. Insanely fast Hive here out of Dark. There's that Bailey nest. We can work towards Adrenal, Vipers. And even Lurker Tech as well. Just really greedy play here out of Dark. The 5th is going to be cancelled. Clem being active. Shuts down the 5th. Drop into the natural, catching a queen. Gets 1, gets 2. Ooh, gets 3. Oh my god. 3 queens go down. Nicely done here out of Clem. Very nicely done. Catching 3 queens, that will impact the production here. The economy of Dark. Only 3 queens left. Oof. The queens will have to be rebuilt. Rebuild those queens, taking another base. Meanwhile, as Clem has been active with these drops, we're building up back at home. We have tanks, bio, 4th CC on the way as well. 2-2 on the horizon. I'm just really curious what is done with this Hive. Is it just Adrenal? Do we... Okay. Invest into Vipers. Fast Vipers here out of Dark. I imagine Adrenal on the horizon once we have the gas for it. But no major tech. Like, there's no Hydrogen, no Lurkers, no Ultras. Like, we can't really afford it. Not this early on. But we can get Adrenal. Double drop moving out. The reason why we would want to focus on Viper production, there's the Ultra Cavern. Oh my god. Very, very greedy stuff here out of Dark. But the reason why we want to rush into these Vipers is because of our lack of anti-air. Remember, we don't have any mutas, no corruptors, we just lost 3 queens, so we barely have any queens, no hydras. Like, this drop play can get really out of hand. Speaking of, we even cashed 3 Ravagers. We have no anti-air, and that's where the parasitic bombs come into play. So the Vipers can help support. Double jump towards the bases. Queens trying to keep up. We still only have... These are the only queens we have. 3 queens. That's it. No other queens. No injections. It's scary. I mean, Dark is maxed out, thankfully. But he has to be careful. You have to be careful here. Vipers have arrived, hunting for those medevacs, even going for the blinding clouds. They're going straight for the kill, straight for the tank line. Yeah, the blinding clouds are insane. We do catch 2 of those tanks already, 3 tanks even. Vikings will zone away the Vipers. The Vipers are going to be hunted down, but we're breaking through. The frames are dropping. The frames drop. We get on top of the tanks, but the concave is just too good, and Clem will defend. Takes pass to the face. It is a brutal trade. Lings do bust into the main, but Clem will hold. Clem will clean this up, and what's scary is that Dark was quite committed with this. He was quite committed. He needs to get more done. Looking at the trades, he killed 4 tanks. 4 tanks, some bio, 11 SCVs. Not good enough. Now, as Dark backs off, we're getting back into ultras. We're redroning, resaturating, getting into better saturation. Did we lose all of our Vipers? Oh, we did. We lost both of our Vipers as well. So now suddenly Clem has map control. Clem can be active once again. Dark, he no longer has such an imposing force. Is getting into ultras. I mean, we're able to clear a creep. Ultras are revealed, so Clem is aware. And we're already getting to Ghost production. Ghosts are on the way. We're setting up with tank lines, liberation zones. Clem, he's just heavily fortifying himself here on 4 bases. Just walling up. The freedom has arrived. And hey, it's ESL Americas, papi. Americas. Time for the freedom. But yeah, that's the goal here for Clem, is to just fully wall up, to turtle up, max out, and then we can expand. We'll avoid those vials. We do still have an active tumor at least. Maintaining ourselves. Expansion now on the way. Now, this is going to be kind of a big linchpin here for this game. Can Clem establish the center base? It's going to be on Dark to knock it down, to make sure that we cannot freely expand. It's on Clem to establish this center area. Dark is taking additional bases, getting into more Ling Bane. Ling Bane does roll forward. We do take down a tank, but the positioning is just too good, and Clem, he will maintain this. Dark has to back off. He's rebuilding more Banelings. Once again, his goal here is to knock this base down. And that's allowed Clem to get up and running. But the longer this goes on, the worse it becomes. We have more SimCity, more CCs, planetaries, turrets, sensor towers. Dark looking for a better angle, going for the right-hand side. We do find a way in. 1 CC goes down. Banelings, they're going for the ghosts. Up! And can we get them? 1, 2 ghosts go down. Only 2. 2 ghosts fall. Dark, the ultras, they get into the planetary. Snipes are going up. The vials don't quite connect. We shut down 3 ultras. Oof, 3 ultras go down. Lings, they head for the planetary, but it's a planetary. Yeah, there's no breaking through this. We get a tank at least. And 24 SCVs. Again, we did force friendly fire there from the tanks and from the planetary as well. Did force some friendly fire. Mainly the tanks, I should say. 25 SCV kills. Not bad. Dark's still trying to maintain himself. He's on a decent economy here with 85 workers. Is taking these fringe bases as well. Very important that he does. Was forced to lift. Clem rotating over. Now, the way this typically works is that Clem is going to be the defender until Dark takes a bad fight. Like, Dark is going to be pushing in towards these bases, and if he takes a bad fight, that will trigger a counterattack at a Clem. Otherwise, the option would be Clem to just wall up the way that he is, and then slowly take another base, then another base, and then just chill. just calm down and chill. Like, honestly, there's no pressure on Clem. Like, there's no real threat here for him. But there's nothing pushing him to push out. Snipe's going to be going up, Ultra's going down. At the same time, we move in towards the 4th and the 5th. Bailey's taking it into the mineral line. SCVs are going down. Very nice connections. We get 12 SCVs, but at the same time, though, it costs us, I'm afraid to look, how many Ultras just went down? 4. 4 Ultras for 13 SCVs. Not the best trade for Dark. So again, Dark is trading more inefficiently. Dark isn't really taking any important bases. Like, it's so important for Dark to take center left and top right. If Dark can take these bases, then there's going to be pressure on Clem, because then Dark will be taking essentially base or minerals and resources away from Clem. For the time being, we're kind of we've split the map 50-50. So again, there's just no onus, nothing really threatening Clem here to move out. Like, Clem is pretty content to leave Dark alone. He's going to be harassing towards the left. Yeah, and now Clem is taking top right. At the same time, Clem out of position. Not quite. Dark doesn't commit. Doesn't have too many banelings. Clem rotating around. And Dark has barely mined from this center base. Uh-oh. Clem ready to push in. Now, when it comes to these split map scenarios, this is where I would love to see Dark embrace other forms of tech and start working on upgrades. Like, we have 3-3 on the way, which is good. I would love to see Spires. I'd love to see Spires and Greater Spire and 1-1. Infestor upgrades. Otherwise, you can see that Dark doesn't really have a bank, because he's been bleeding out so many Ultras. Wings, they hit the right-hand side. They catch some units here and there. They get the mules and a couple of SCVs. That's okay. But once again, Clem, he scans, he sees that the base hasn't been taken. Ooh, now it's on the way for Dark. Now, Dark does need to prioritize these fringe bases. Like, these 4 bases need to be prioritized. We have to mine as much as we can. Dark pushing in, going for the low ground tanks. Gets 2, gets 3, gets 4, gets a lot of tanks, and into the mineral line. Very nice push here from Dark. Planetary is barely not going to go down. I thought that we barely could get it. Clem saves it. The base survives. 18 SCVs fall, but at this point, this is probably a good thing for Clem. At a certain point, you do want to be on a lower SCV count as you're relying more on mules. Like, we have plenty of orbitals, so mules are more of a factor. Orbital goes down, but you want to stay on like around 60 SCVs at most. 60 SCVs, and then just build up a larger army. Base is going down. Clem, he gains momentum. Yeah, he shuts down the army. Dark has nothing left, and Clem will take the series at 3-1. GG. Oh my god, it just happened here. Dark, he bled out most of his army, and he has no reinforcements left. Look at the supplies here. And Clem is our champion. GG, well played. Dark just bleeding out far too much, losing so many Ultras, so much Ling Bane, trading too inefficiently. And yeah, Clem, he was just the defender. Basically, it was just Clem kind of weathering the storm, taking the punches, going blow for blow with Dark. And Dark just was not trading efficiently enough, bleeding out too much, and not taking down bases, not taking down planetaries, not denying expansions. And again, there was no rush for Clem. Like, there was no rush for Clem to ever move out. He was just slowly taking bases that, again, Dark was never really threatening to take himself. So unsteady there for Clem, and he will take it. Congratulations to Clem for becoming our champion. My condolences to Dark. Dark, he thrives in more of these chaotic active games, and he can be patient at times, but wasn't patient here. We've seen Dark with some amazing late game ZVT against players like Maru, against Bjorn, even against Clem, but here we saw that Dark, he was a little bit more antsy. He was a little bit too active there, and a little bit too impatient. With that, congratulations to Clem. We'll take it. We can now go to bed. What time is it in France? Hold on. What time is it in France? Almost 6 a.m. in the morning. Get some sleep. Get some rest, Pappy. Get some rest. GG, well played. Clem has now earned some sleep, and my condolences to Dark. He had a great performance, making it to the finals. Very good run here from Dark, but alas, does meet his end at the hands of Clem. Congratulations, Clem. He redeems himself. Clem did not win ESL Europe, but does take ESL Americas at least. Does take ESL Americas. Congratulations. Congrats. And with that, we're wrapping up. With that, we are going to be wrapping up here tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I mean, this was merely our first broadcast of the day, because we're going to be live in, oh god, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit tired, but we're going to be live in 5 hours. Yeah, we're going to be live in 5 hours time with what? With our next broadcast, with the KSL, the Korean StarCraft League. If you're curious, KSL was on Saturday. It's usually on Saturdays, and usually we cast it live. Unfortunately, this weekend we couldn't cast it live because I was asleep, because we were covering Home Story Cup. If you missed out, on Saturday we had an 11-hour cast, and on Sunday we had a 10-hour cast. Or was it Saturday and Sunday? No, sorry, it was... yeah, it was Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. It was. So, yeah, we had an 11-hour cast and a 10-hour cast. Because of that, I had to sleep at some point, and that meant that I missed out on KSL. I missed out on the Korean StarCraft League, if you're curious what the KSL is. The Korean StarCraft League, it is a weekly tournament for the Korean scene, for Korean players. And usually we cast it live. I was unable to on Saturday because I was in bed. And I'm not in bed right now. I'm probably going to go and have a nap. Not going to lie. I'm probably going to go and like try to nap for like 2 or 3 hours, and then hopefully I'm like reinvigorated and ready to jump into what comes next. KSL in 5 hours. It's going to be a replay cast, so if you already saw the games live, I'm sure Chicken Man and Dave Testa were casting it. Maybe Steadfast, that sometimes he casts it, sometimes not. Oh no, my apologies, he was traveling for Home Story Cup, so it would have been Dave and Chicken Man. If you watched it from Dave and Chicken Man, no spoilers. No spoilers in the chat. We're going to be covering it ourselves. We're going to be banning people that are going to be spoiling in the chat, of course, and experiencing it for the first time. I haven't seen the Wikipedia page. I haven't seen the results. I typically avoid that sort of thing. I'm going to be coming in blind in 5 hours for the KSL. So we got you covered with some more StarCraft later on in the day. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Kung Fu Cup. Kung Fu Cup. Kung Fu Cup is a very similar tournament to this, where the best of the best players from all the regions come together because the prize pool is so damn high for Kung Fu Cup, and they face off in a weekly tournament. So tomorrow is Kung Fu Cup in over 24 hours time, and the day after that is going to be WTL. This week, World Team League is Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Usually WTL is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like the three days, like our weekend and Friday. But for whatever reason, this week there's no WTL on Saturday, so they moved it back a day or ahead a day. It's going to be on Thursday instead. So as a heads up, that is the plan for the weekend with WTL, with World Team League. Likewise, we have MSO on Saturday, we have Sparkling Tuna Cup on Sunday, and we have the Esports World Cup qualifiers next weekend. I was having a look at the times. I was having a look at the times, and for DreamHack qualifiers and for Esports World Cup, we cast every region: Asia, Americas, Oceania, Korea, Europe as well. We cast every region, which means we're going to be having a marathon cast next week with the ESL World Cup. That means I have to ruin my sleep schedule again. I was looking forward to fixing it after Home Story Cup. I'm like, oh, now we can wake up when the sun rises, we can sleep when the sun sets. It's gonna be beautiful. Now I have to ruin it again for next week for the Esports World Cup. So every weekend, it's always something. It's DreamHack Dallas, it's Home Story Cup, it's SC2 Safe House, it's Esports World Cup. It's always something. So one day we'll have a proper sleep schedule again. One day. For now, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. I'm going to be going on a break. I'm going to be getting some rest. I'm probably going to get some food and then go to bed. And we'll be back in 5 hours for some more StarCraft. Enjoy. Until then, a massive shout out to By Hammerful. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Hammerful, for subscribing. I did notice you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the support. We enjoy the support. Thank you so much. Comeback TV won't even step up. Oh my god. Oh wait. Sorry, I was just distracted. My brain is elsewhere. Shout out to Monteon, papi. Oh my god. Am I just deaf? I did not hear the consecutive notifications. But a shout out to Montheon for gifting 20 tier 1 subs. You're crazy. Hold on, I have to point you out, Pat. Montheon. Gaha. Gracias, papi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Montheon. Thank you so much for the 20 gifted subs. We do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you enjoy the casting. Thanks to people like you. Thanks to supports like from Montheon, we're able to do this as much as we can and fund our tournaments as well. If you're curious, we do host tournaments on a weekly basis. That's what our Patreon is for. You can see there our exclamation mark Patreon in the chat if you want to help fund our tournaments and help grow our tournaments and help us support the StarCraft scene as well. Otherwise, thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Montheon. Catching up. Catching up. How do you say let's go in Hungarian? Oh my god. We're learning. We are learning. Of course, I'll pay out predictions. I'll pay out the predictions in the chat. I got you. I got you. I got you, papi. Ah. 36-hour cost. Alright. Oh, you're an animal, baby. I want to sleep. You cast from Friday evening to Saturday morning and Saturday evening to Sunday morning in your time. Yes, yes, yes. Americas and Asia. Yeah. We'll do our best. We'll do our best. So with that, so again, thank you once again. A shout out to Montheon. Gracias, gracias. Always appreciate the support. Always. With that, we're ending the broadcast for now. We'll be back in 5 hours. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. We'll see you guys next time. Ciao. Ciao. See you next time. Bye.
Three